Bada boom! It's one in the goddamn room. How you doing? I'm the host of Seasonal Talk, and we are here, episode 7. We are just trailing through the season right now. Now, you're probably wondering what's going on with the thumbnail, what's going on with the title. I mean, this season, at least this week, I feel like the episodes were kind of lacking in just a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, but there is a clear winner when it comes to this week's winner for Seasonal Talk. But we'll get into all that. Plus, there is a returning anime. So it's surprising that it came back on the list, but we're back on it, and we're going to talk about it on here as well. But what anime that is, I don't know. Or maybe I do, but you're going to find out. So let us go ahead and hit that good old intro, shall we? Welcome in, Ghost Tab, and welcome in, Desto. Appreciate y'all up in here. And yes, I mean, to be fair, a lot of the episodes this week were just building up to their eventual crescendo, so when things really start getting thrown down and all that stuff. But I mean, you can't help but feel like you wish there was more. You wish there was more, okay? God dang it. But we're going to start off with this one, the new contender that was actually on the block that just got on here last week. It is now here this week as well, because I'm not going to lie. Apocalypse Bringer is actually pretty good. This is another isekai anime that's actually kind of delivering on like the isekai promise or something along. I don't really know what to say here, but it's good. I'm actually enjoying it, even outside of some of the weird elements at times that's kind of there. But like, it's nowhere near as bad as other isekais, other shows that I've seen. I can say that much. All right, you know, it's just those freaking two elf children. It's like, like I don't really like the interaction a lot of time with that. But you know, we push forward. We push forward. All right. No hotels, 0 out of 10. Hey, Bluegrass, I don't know about that. All right, hold on a second. There might be a hotel in here at some point. Just give it a minute. Give it a minute. All right. Settling down, but overall, decent episode. Yeah, it was a decent episode overall. I mean, I enjoyed it because, again, it was set up, obviously. They're making a deal with the neighboring lands because their neighboring lands, obviously, as we were talking about before, they're getting attacked and everything. They're trying to do negotiations, but they have this child. I don't know why I guess because this child's supposed to, at some point in time, take over that land, right? So I guess he has to be a part of these negotiations, but this sucker's like overly nice and just like he became friends with the main character just like that lickety split, and so they started hanging out and stuff, and it's like, all right, cool. And so yeah, I mean, obviously they keep seeing them as dark beasts and dark entities that are supposed to be evil, but their evil is a sense of, I just want to have peace. I ain't trying to fight like that. I mean, if we gotta kill, we will, because we've seen that you know, the assistant over here to the king, she kind of bad with it. She kind of dangerous. All right, she will kill if she needs to. So she's not someone to just, like, you know, put lightly here. All right, first movie character I didn't hate. I mean, that's also very true. That is also very true. All right, if it had a hospital, just kind of hospital. I mean, that's true. I mean, it did have well, they're trying to build all that, right? They're still doing this. Down and Down was incredible today. I did like Don and Don, but we and that's on the list. We will be talking about Don and Don here later. But for Apocalypse Bringer, overall, decent episode, nice setup. I do want to know, like, how he's going to actually end up, I guess, and I mean, he's going to end up ruling the world at some point, right? He's going to get all the neighboring lands to kind of work together. I feel like that's going to ultimately be the case here, that everybody's going to start working with this guy after they find out he's really not a tyrant. They just view him as one because he has this dark, like, entity type of like figure that everybody sees him as. So it's like, you know, it's a misconception of what his character is. Maybe there might be people that can actually see through that and see who this person actually is, right? So maybe that could be the kicker that might end up coming out of this whole situation, that you just some sucker. You know what I mean? I don't know. We haven't seen him do anything yet either. I don't know how strong he actually is. He's just been building his nation, but he could be freaking OP as heck. We haven't seen it yet. So that's also something we have to still look forward to. You know what I mean? Albino, yeah, she was again, she's bad. All right, she's a bad Gemma. He also commented that the Dark Premonition wasn't just the MC. There are, yeah, exactly, yeah. We already saw one of them because she's wearing a whole different outfit that's not of this land. So like, we already seen one of them. There's plenty others, I think, that's actually here that are also part of this Dark Premonition. So it's not necessarily just his fault, or it's just on him that he's not just the prophecy. There's many others. So I'm curious how that whole situation is even going to go as well. And like I said, they might be the ones that actually might be able to reveal who he actually is, maybe, or something, right? To get the veil to unlock and everybody see that this guy's just some dude. He ain't no freaking dark magic beast or entity like that. You know what I'm saying? He could just be some guy. He could be some guy. All right, and it's okay to be some guy. I want to clarify that. But did this win week anime of the week? No, I'm spoiling it. It didn't win anime of the week. It was all right, but it wasn't like a banger to a point where it wins. Like we got to calm down. All right, we got to calm down. But let's move on to the next episode, the next anime. God dang it, keep saying episode anime, but we're in Witch Watch now. We're in Witch Watch season, and again, I'm in. I can keep saying this over and over again, which is why I wonder if I should even like keep covering this, because like again, it's one of the most consistent animes I think of this season. It just, like I said, it just gives you nice episodes, just nice fulfilling episodes. This one dealt with the wolf dude and the cat girl, right? That was the episode ultimately that it dealt with here, and seeing how she has insecurities about how she's trying to use her magic, and how the wolf boy over here wants to be useful because, you know, he doesn't want to rely on the wolf powers all the time to be able to actually do something. He wants to, for his own self, because like there's just technically two different people, right? So he wants to be able to do something for himself, and he just feels like he's not being useful to the team at all. And so, you know, he ended up getting this ring to be able to like fly around and stuff like that. But he had to learn how to use it, and that's why the cat girl came by, because she knows how to use magic too. But she's like, I'm not as good as, you know, other, like I'm okay in comparison to like other magic people that we've seen around here, right? You know what I mean? Like she's just kind of decent, but she underestimates herself in a lot of ways, right? So, like I said, it was a nice wholesome episode. These two actually got like closer together, thankfully, which is nice to see, and I appreciate that. I also love the fact that we have an episode, right, that focuses more on the other characters and not just the main characters. I mean, they're technically main characters too, right? So it's good that we have episodes like this that we can actually hold interest outside of just, you know, the main characters here. So I do appreciate that. That's why I say Witch Watch is the most consistent anime so far. And its cast, it's solid. It's a very solid cast of characters. Not still great, nothing new, but still excels in talent and stand. Exactly. Wolf handles no longer being special with figure skating, and cat girls handles never being able to be special. Exactly. All right. This man out here saying he's not special, but yeah, he got figure skating skills. Like this, like he's kind of goated with it. You see that pirouette? You see that man freaking jump over the freaking, what was it, like a truck? That dude was flying. I mean, yes, it was with actual flying abilities, but it took skill to do that. All right, like he needs to understand that he's more useful than he realized. And again, it's just nice to see that he kind of was getting more out of his shell and actually just showing more of his personality. And it was nice to see. Like I said, very wholesome episode. No, being mid as a character. Oh, come on now. All right, see, you're the problem, Ghost Tab, and this is why they have these insecurities, because you're not helping the situation. You're mean. But no, this is a good episode. I did like Witch Watch, and again, it just, you know, gives me the warm fuzzy feelings in my tum tum. All right, that's the best way I can explain it. All right, thank you, Simon Miller. But let's go on to the next anime. We're pushing through this. We're pushing through this today. All right. Okay, we got Ugly Mug Epic Fighter. So this is a continuation, which I'm not gonna lie, I'll keep 100 with you. I didn't know that this whole casino situation was gonna take 3 episodes to finish, but I'm assuming it's taking 3 episodes to finish, because this episode didn't finish the casino the casino plot. The casino plot's still going. So like they were, you know, obviously went back into the casino. They're kind of like undercover. They know what's going on and all that stuff. So they're trying to like, you know, do their thing, do their plan. We kind of find out when it comes to casino head manager over here. No, he's a evil person. So those body bags, that he was doing that. So his ability is freaking busted. He can basically, if you tell a lie, it doesn't matter what lie it is. It can be a very small lie, but if he notices you're lying to him, he can pretty much that's right. I'm trying to find the right word so it's not gonna sound sus. But like, I mean, he pretty much kills you instantly, right? He's like Shigaraki in a way. He'll just touch you, find out you're lying, whoop, and now you like a freaking look like a prune, like you're done. So his ability is kind of busted. So you can't really lie to him. So what's cool about Ugly Mug, because the dude knows like how to get around like these type of situations, and because he's been a salesman before, he knows all the lingo. So like the thing about him is that he's telling, like, he's not telling lies. He's just finding ways to tell the truth but not give the whole truth, and he's doing an excellent job at doing that. And I'm like, bro, this is what I'm talking about. Like, this is why he's freaking goaty with the sauce, baby. But they were able to kind of like successfully get out of the situation. But then one of the workers that work under the the casino manager, he's like, I don't want to keep doing this. My friend just got sucked up. I ain't trying to get sucked up. I don't want y'all to get caught up in this whole situation. All right, let's get out of here. But they're like, no, we're actually heroes, and that's why the hero Aldine. Yeah. I should have done that. But the hero Aldine comes in here and is like, I'm gonna save the day. And what's even more stupid, the girl that is always around Ugly Mug, I can't remember her freaking name at the moment, but she decides to go like have her own personality, her own like superhero persona, basically, right? Because you already see Aldine over here with his own persona. Now she has her own persona, and then freaking the other chick was like, all right, I guess I got a different persona too. And I was like, what's going on? Why is everybody being stupid? So like I said, it's again, it's a fun episode. I enjoyed it. Ugly Mug is again hitting on all cylinders. As an isekai, it does an excellent job of its isekai nature. I'm enjoying it. Now I don't know how they're actually gonna beat this guy. Because maybe all they gotta do is just not say anything, right? Like, in order to beat this dude, just don't say nothing, right? I'm assuming that's how that should work. Because you can't lie if you don't say anything. So, I mean, that's all you gotta do, right? Punch that man in the face a few times, and then you're done. Call it a day, all right? Yeah, portions of the truth. Yeah, exactly. It is a cheat skill. Like, that's freaking busted as heck. But, I mean, again, give or take, he doesn't like... Because you got a bit of his backstory in this episode as well, and he doesn't like just rich people, and the stuff that has happened to him. That's why he has this type of upbringing, this thought process of like, you know what, I've been wronged by all the rich, so the rich can eat it. Essentially, like, look, your heart's in the right place, but like how you're doing this ain't right, brother. It ain't right. Okay, this is a whole new freaking world we're into, and this what you decided to do? You decided to be evil, like, bro. No way is answering in a different language or sign language. I mean, even then, if he understands that and you're lying, then you're cooked. You gotta not lie. That's the main thing here. Just don't even say nothing. That's all I'm saying. Punch that sucker a few times and call it a day. All right, Ugly Mug, you are a god amongst gods, so might as well just freaking do your thing, brother. Do your thing. But solid episode for Ugly Mug. I'm enjoying this. If you have yet to watch it, I don't know why you haven't watched it yet. It's good. It's freaking good. God dang, let's move on to the next episode. Next anime. The summer Hikaru died. This again. The show. It's so interesting because, again, given off what happened last episode, we pretty much dealt with the ramifications of the whole situation. Yoshiki was thinking, okay, I need to figure out, because again, the whole point was to try to get Hikaru, this version of Hikaru, to learn what it is about living and why killing is bad and things of that nature. She was supposed to teach these things to him, but ultimately in this episode, he hangs out with them, but the whole reason he's hanging out with them is because he's trying to get the energy, he's trying to muster the energy to pretty much kill him. Because he knows that, or he feels as though he can't teach him the reason to live. He's not given the proper information. He doesn't know how to convey that to this entity that is inside Hikaru for him to understand why it's bad to kill, why it's good to live, and things of that nature, right? The perspective that I was talking about before. So he ends up stabbing Hikaru, but come to find out, you can't kill him. It doesn't work that way. And I was scared for freaking Yoshi. I'm not gonna lie. Hikaru's sitting there like, bro, what? Huh? What? And then Yoshi's like, you know what? I did this to you. I couldn't get you to learn, so just kill me. And so he's like, oh, is that an order? Do I follow the order? He was struggling so hard to actually pull himself through this whole situation. And so what he decides to do was to pretty much give a piece of himself to Yosuke. And he pretty much told him, he made himself weaker, so it's going to be much harder to even kill anybody at this point. He doesn't fully understand like everything that's happening here, but he's trying. And this is why I keep trying to say, like, I don't know, this episode is good. This episode is really good, because, like, I can't... How we feel about Hikaru, this entity that's inside Hikaru, it's like he wants to be able to live. I think he's finally understanding the purpose of living in some ways here, because he's never had someone actually want him to be around. Yoshi is that for him, and that feeling, he doesn't want to let that go. And so he's going to do whatever he can to protect that feeling. But that's kind of what some purposes of what living is all about. You know what I mean? Like, this show goes into much deeper, like, thoughts and just reasonings and the perspective that you can have here and how the two perspectives kind of colliding with each other. And ultimately, I can't hate on this. I can't hate on this demon. I can't hate on him. Like, I feel like, because the thing is, Yoshi understands that he can't stay here. Like, he understands that there's a problem with this whatever this thing is, because we don't know what it is. So the solution now, what they decided to do, is that Yoshi's gonna figure out and help Hikaru figure out what he is, because even the entity itself doesn't know what it is. He don't know what he is. So he's gonna try to figure that out with him. So now he's all in. This is not about, oh, I gotta teach you. No, he's all in at protecting Hikaru and trying to keep this thing alive. So Yoshi's actually going to be something that's going to be in the way when that freaking Exorcist guys comes in. So I'm kind of curious, like, how this whole situation is actually going to unfold. Also, towards the end of the episode, I think they were hinting, because remember, that one lady was telling Yoshi that you should stay away from this, because the more you're around it, the more it infects you. And I think at this point in time, it has fully infected him. Now, I don't know what that means exactly. I don't know what that's going to actually do or what that entails, but it has fully infected him at this point, especially considering that he's now all in at protecting this version of Hikaru at this point. So, like I said, the drama is real. This is freaking good. This is some good stuff. I'm really enjoying so many elements to this freaking show at this point, and just all the other characters are also here too, and I'm here for it. This show's really freaking good. Like, I'm glad I'm watching this show. God dang it. Your kind of Hikaru had in mind. Now go stab, please. Nothing good can come out of finding what kind of monster he is. Yeah. And that's all I'm like. I mean, maybe, I don't know. Maybe with them finding out what it is can give a better perspective on maybe knowing if this thing can still coexist with humanity or it needs to go back up to the mountains. Because, I mean, if Yoshi is someone that's willing to do whatever for this thing, maybe they can both just stay at the mountain at that point, right? That could be a potential save for the whole situation, so that the island can be safe, right? Because that's what it was up there in the first place. So, I mean, there's ways about this that they can get out of it, but it all depends on if they even allow Yoshi to do that. So, I don't know. As are known to coexist with humans. I mean, yeah, actually, if you think, we got monsters all around our place right now, man. There's probably a monster in your room at the moment. It's probably under your bed. All right, did you check under your bed, Ghost Tab? Exactly. All right, bro, watch out. But no, this is really good. This is why one of the standouts I think of this week. Like, Summer Hikaru died. I'm thoroughly impressed with the show so far. So this is good. This is good. All right. I got a monster drink. That's not quite the same thing, but you know what? We'll leave it at that. Nothing under the bed except for Fumiko. You know what? I set myself up for that. I literally set myself up for that. That was, God freaking dang it. Bro, look, Fumiko needs to go away, all right? God dang. Yeah, that's so you better watch out. You might be her next victim. You might become Fumiko if you start messing with her. I'm just saying, all right? No, you don't say you don't want that. All right, let's move on to the next goddamn anime. I can't with y'all, god dang it. Freaking solo camping. All right, look, we're still watching the show. And the best way I can explain it, because this episode, it was very simple. Very simple. All right, man wanted, well, I wouldn't say it's simple, but we actually got backstories for the main male character here, actually. So he ended up finding out what's going on with his dad and what happened to him and how he became this freaking camper in the first place, how he got that scar on his face, right? That little burn on his face. It's like a freaking, it was literally passing out on fire. So, yeah, but we get all of that. This other, the chick over here was actually wearing a yukata, and this sucker was like, oh my god, and, you know, kind of, I feel like, again, their relationship has gotten a lot stronger as we've moved on with this whole thing. He's actually thinking about her. Like, there's a whole thing going on here. But we also find out in his past that he used to actually have a girlfriend. And they actually, like, I was thrown off by it because there's like some ecchi in here. Because, you know, the girl kind of went down and started, you know, giving the BJ. I was like, huh? And yeah, so they're clapping cheeks. I was like, oh, this man ain't even a virgin. No, he's done the deed. I mean, you know, he is older, but still, I'm just like, I was surprised by that. I was like, what's going on here? And so, come to find out, they broke up. It wasn't the best breakup, but she is back on the island. She's back in Japan, and I think they're gonna meet up again. And if that's the case, yeah, we're gonna have a love triangle potential situation going on, right? Because this is gonna actually test whether or not he actually likes her or not, and vice versa. And yeah, it's about to get messy. It's about to get messy. So yeah, Fuko approved episode. Oh, come on, bro. God dang. He said, yeah, boy. Hey, Bluegrass, again, when I was watching this, it literally came out of left field because this show is not sus. Well, actually, I take that back. I mean, again, the first episode was actually her in underwear, but that's besides the point. I don't know. I never associated the show to be too weird with it, but I will say he does have taste. Because, like, I feel like he likes women with a certain cup size. That's all I'm going to say. I'm noticing about this man. Like, he be acting like he ain't really sociable and this and that and the other, god dang it. But, you know, he's got some taste going on there, all right, guys? I keep finding the show existing. Hey, look, that's all. It's all good. I can see you slipping on this. Because the show's like, it's okay. It's not the best show, but it's mildly entertaining. That's why I'm still watching it, all right? My boy. I mean, hey, look, he knows what he wants. He knows what he wants, and he was getting it, all right? Like, she might be next, because obviously she's still thinking about this dude. He ended up like making something for her, some what was it, like some carbon sheets to be able to like make a fire basically. But she's sitting there like, ooh, I got a gift. Like she's all acting all extra cute. God, come on now, I'm ready for the love triangle. It's about to be stupid. I love this stuff. God dang it. But this is a fine episode. It's a fine episode. I'm glad we actually got a backstory on the character here, given what was actually going on in his life. Now we know. And now we know it's about to get messy, so I'm looking forward to it, all right? But let's move on to the next goddamn show, baby. Let's keep going. We keep it going. All right. The show has the folder of there is anime about everything. I mean, yeah, that is true. I mean, there's literally anime about everything, and camping is one thing. And I will say, if you've ever wanted to camp, Solo Camping for Two is actually the perfect anime to watch to learn how to camp. I'm just, like, to keep it real, like, it gives you so much actual good information on how to camp that you can use this anime as a guide. That's how good the information is in the show. But now we're on to Rebirth Verse, the one that's been freaking dominating the freaking week to week basis because it's been freaking fire ever since then. And this episode was kind of like we're still continuing on with the fire, right? It's still good. Sukumiya-san, we kind of find out what's actually going on with her. So she has a bit of like a teleportation, or not teleportation, more of a time travel-esque ability. Because in her time, they actually built pretty much like a time machine to be able to go back into a certain time frame, basically. That's ultimately what she has. And so she ultimately ended up using it because the world that she was in was, was kind of falling apart and everything, and then someone freaking pulled the plug and was like killing everybody in the goddamn freaking sphere that they were in, because the world around them was freaking trash, and so they were like in a sphere. It was all bad, okay? It was not looking good, and so she ended up actually finding a way to pretty much put herself in the Heian era, and so that's where they're at right now, in the Heian era. And so there's like 100 versions of Sukumiya-san, basically, and it kind of reminds me, Sab, guys, because like we were just talking about Fumiko, right? And how Fumiko's abilities, I think this is like very similar in that sense, because like all the worlds of Sukumiya-san, they all live their own life, but they do all share memories in some cases with each other. Basically, that's kind of how it operates in that sense. So like Sukumiya-san knew about the main character here from the jump. Basically, she just every time he reincarnated or went into another like dimension, basically, she decided to just play dumb the entire time. But she knew who he was every single time. So now we got that information out here. So she's also kind of an important jumping of a figure here as well. I like how important both these characters actually are and what they're actually capable of doing. And now he also knows how to use his ability even outside of the Dark Mist, because Sukumiya-san kind of hooked him up on that as well. Because Sukumiya-san was kind of goated this episode the entire way until she said, because now she kind of died. Again, yes, there's other versions of her, but it kind of still sucks that this version still died here, because my thing is, like, I understand protecting him, but she also knows about this man's ability that if he dies, he just goes into a different version of that world, a different version of the world, basically, right? Like, it's okay for him to, take the hit, but I mean, she can take the hit too. Like, I don't know, I feel like he should have took that hit regardless. I don't know, that's just me. That's just me. But at the same time, maybe she thought she couldn't get out of that situation without him. I don't know, man. Look, why she always has a glove? Yeah, exactly, right. That's why she always has a glove. Health free from goal abilities. Gachiakuta has re-signed her. She remembers the parallel world. Yeah, exactly. Still strong, no crazy reveal, but I love how Yura reacted. That's also true too. Yura was like, bro, what is all this bullcrap? Hello? What is this? And, Yura almost got freaking bodied, but I'm glad that she's actually on that side of, because Asanaga, it was so bad. She killed Asanaga, and she didn't realize that's what she was doing, but now she knows what's going on, and so she's trying to, get answers, but, obviously, she ain't getting nothing, because Sume-sama over here is like, he ain't trying to talk. He ain't even around. You got the assistant over there trying to quell the entire situation, but they have a plan, and they're destroying, these tall towers that pretty much are, something that the air right worships, so they destroy those things, and that'll, in some ways, disband this ability that Sama has right now. So hopefully this actually does something. It should impact him in some way. So we'll see how this whole thing goes. But again, Rebirth, I'm really liking this show. It's good. It's complex, by the way. I'm trying to summarize it as best I can, but it's pretty complex, and it's good though. It's really good. Now I do hope that we can still see Tsukimiya-san at some point again, like the other version can jump over here, but I don't know if that's possible. Because, again, she doesn't have the same ability as the main character. The main character can do that and jump through different areas and stuff like that, different dimensions. She can't quite do that. She just shares memories of the events going on in all of the 100 dimension areas that you can go into, basically. So, I guess in this instance, we're not going to be seeing her for a minute now at this point, which sucks. Because, she became very interesting and now she's dead. God dang it. He was also showing she has Stein's reading. Oh my God, really? Or it's complex and easy way. Yeah, it's not super complex where you can't understand it, because they do a pretty good job. I'll give it this. It does a pretty good job at actually explaining everything that's going on in the show. You just got to make sure you're really paying attention to it, because you can still be confused, but the show does do a lot to make sure you understand what's going on. So again, Rebirth is very solid this week. Another highlight overall that I can't help but really enjoy. The show's just really good. And again, I thank you, Ghost Half, for getting me into this goddamn show. This show is good. It's not difficult, but need to watch each show. Easier to follow than Science. Yeah, it is. 100%. Science Gate was way more confusing than this. Easily. Yeah. Because again, they don't... Science Gate didn't do a good job, in my honest opinion, at actually explaining everything that's going on. But I digress. We're gonna get into Steins Gate, and I ain't trying to get on the hate train again. All right, let me not do this. Let us move on to the next episode, or next anime. Actually, let's do that instead. Yeah. Ah, yes. Betrothed on by my sister's ex. What can I say? This show just keeps getting better and better at this point, right? Because now we're in the situation of the sister's alive. Okay, they haven't shown her yet, but no, she's alive for 100% alive, and yeah, this is gonna be a thing that hopefully that when this is revealed, because we don't know what her intentions are. She saw Marie, but does she feel some type of way towards Marie? And I believe the next episode is gonna deal more with her actual backstory, their flashback, to seeing how they actually interacted with each other back then. Because I've been asking this question for the longest time of how do the sister interact with Marie though? Because you already know the mother and the father are trash towards her, but how did the sister react to her, and was she able to try to be the middleman of the situation? I'm very curious about that, so I'm hoping it looks like the next episode we're going to be dealing more into that situation. But the fact that she's even alive is kind of crazy. So the thing is, that doll we saw, because it was a doll, after the investigation that they did here, it was a doll that the freaking mother was freaking just combing the hair of, it's why are you crazy? why you crazy? But no, that was actually her hair, but there's only some of it though. It's not all of it, so that's why there's pieces and stuff like that here. It's such a nice watch. Check up his gun. Sister mentioned she wanted to escape to the city on episode 1. Or go, here we are. Yeah, I mean she is in the city. It could be as simple as that, Ghost Tab. But at the same time, you never know. There could be some other ambition. There could be something else. We don't know the full story behind her just yet. So I don't want to say that's just simply it. But maybe at the same time, maybe I'm putting too much thought into it. Because this is one of those shows where it's it could just be that simple. It literally could just be that simple. And I'm just putting too much thought into this whole situation. So it's just likes her, but she was too much of a Samugi to pay attention to what other people did. I mean, possibly too. That's always that. She's all out here just doing her thing, and but it's obvious what's going on though. How do you not see it? Girl's in tatters. She looking like a straight up bum. And you telling me you ain't see that? Like, I don't know about that, man. but yeah, but never helped her. That's what it seems like. But like, why? My thing is like, why? Because I mean, Marie only has good things to say about her, but it's like, but how? Because like you ultimately you weren't there to really help her at the end of the day. I'd resent her in some ways. God dang, that's what I said. God dang, she can go kick rocks. She having a good life now. All right, she got a man. she got a whole castle of people that care about her. God dang it. God, get out of my face with this. But no, I love it though. All right, and I'm looking forward to the next episode. This should be actually quite interesting to see here. Also, I like the maid chick because she's freaking bootleg as heck. She was out here just having different personalities to get the information she was looking for. I was like, what are you doing? She's a goof troop, but I love her though. All right, I think she's one of my favorite characters of the show at this point. Given how her character actually is, she's freaking goated. I love it. All right, the show's great. I love the show. God dang it. It's just like Maria. Yeah. Sister's fancies her own world. This show is extremely similar to a perfect saint. Sister was too busy focusing on people telling her she was amazing to pay attention to how other people feel. I mean, I guess. But again, it's like, how do you not notice it at some point, though? That's the crazy thing, right? That's the only thing I'm saying. Like, you were around like that. I mean, they also have the brother, too. The little brother's there. But, I mean, the little brother probably doesn't even understand or know what's going on, right? So, I don't know. It's also kind of wild that the freaking, one of the maid chicks that, when it comes to Marie's father and all that, like where they're at, like she was out here like, oh, this is where Marie used to sleep and everything, and it's a freaking shed, and it's like, bruh, I mean, she probably really did sleep there, but it's like, bruh, you're not doing a really good job at I mean, you're telling the truth. I appreciate that, but like, what are you doing? She reminded me of Toad's friend a fruits basket. Wait, which one? Because she has two friends. It's almost a copy. I mean, I haven't seen it, so I can't make a comparison to it. But this, all right, Betrothed My Sister X. This again, it's another banger. This is a good show. If you ain't watching this, I don't know why you ain't watching it. It's good. All right. It's showing Office. Exactly. I was like, what are you talking about? This like they're all freaking bootleg for no goddamn reason. Like that's not even funny. All right, dang it. Love her friend, black hair chick. Oh, okay, yeah, you're talking about the golf chick then. Yeah. There's a golf chick and then there's the fiery blonde that was there. So yeah. She's kind of goated with it. She's kind of goated. She is kind of. I won't say she's similar though, because she's just very monotone the entire time. But she cares though. That's the thing. But let's move on to the next goddamn anime, shall we? What the? That's not. I don't know what happened there. I don't know. There's like a blank slot. We're gonna ignore that. All right, it doesn't exist. I don't know what happened. They went over and it said, "Actually, that's a lie, buddy." I think I know which one it is. Maybe we'll see. If I don't see it on here, I will talk about it once it comes in here. My favorite anime. Shut up. Welcome in, guys. By the way, all right, the show is legit. Now we have Kaiju number 8. Season 2, I wanted to talk about this. This week's episode, that thing banged. I'm not gonna lie, because I got mad. I actually got mad at this episode. And then I had to think about it, and I said, dang, this thing evoked the emotions of anger. I was like, I should have got mad. But at the same time, it makes sense why I got mad. Because, man, Kaiju number 9, bro. Kaiju number 9. I hate this freaking. I don't know. It reminded me so much of freaking My Hero Academia for freaking Shigaraki, right? Remember, like, what was it? I think it was season 7, right? I think where Deku was freaking fighting Shigaraki, and Shigaraki just would not go down no matter what. This man. No, I think season 6. This man was freaking taking all the attacks. Freaking Endeavor came in. It said Heat Blast, my strongest attack. Freaking hits that sucker. He's burnt to a crisp. Still gets up and still freaking is doing. I was like, come on now. Like, how are you alive? And this is what freaking Kaiju number 9 is. I'm like, Kaiju number 9. Stop. You should be dead. Like, how are you alive, sir? This is freaking ridiculous, bro. You are going through every single step of the way, and it's like, come on. All right. God. Kaiju number 8, Kaiju number 9, Mumbo number 5. Oh, he's stupid, man. Team Shigaraki just a troll. Look, he is a full-on troll. Man, I'm telling you, he made me mad this episode because what he ended up doing, I don't appreciate it. All right, because freaking Isao Shinomiya is Kikaru's father. He was going in. He had his own kaiju weapon and everything. And so number 9 is like, I guess I can't do my first plan by taking number 8. I guess I could go take number 2 real quick. And then he's over there, and now he has to go fight because he had a dude in the inside. It's like, why we ain't vetting these people? God dang it. Like, you should have, like, are you a kaiju? Put freaking test the sucker like a Men in Black or something. God dang it. Like, it's like why are we letting these suckers in here? And so this man was in here in disguise the entire time, popped out and said, all right, let's fight. And so this dude, it's how Shinomiya was going in, though. He was not slacking. Now, granted, number 9 is even more powerful than the last time we seen him. And it's like, why is he so busted? How is he constantly getting so much stronger? All right? Even number 8 was starting to struggle with this thing at this point because he can't even keep up with it. It's like, what's happening, bro? So he went to a whole nother level. And again, it's how Shinomiya was doing his thing, but it wasn't enough. He even went past his limits. He did a freaking All Might. He said, I go beyond plus ultra. And I was like, bruh, let's go. And it still didn't work. He said, you almost killed me. I'm like, oh, not this almost bullcrap. And he's like, all right, now I'm back to my form again. And so freaking Genarumi and Kafka, they're there. And now they're fighting this other version of number 9. And now they have freaking Asao. He absorbed him. And so you already know Kikoru saw that. And I was like, no, why you gotta do that? And then he made this man, the last words he said, he used that dude's face. He used Isao's face. I was like, what is it? The days of the kaiju are coming. I'm like, get that crap out of here. I said, man, this whole episode, I was in emotional tatters. I can't be mad, bro. It's like, what's wrong with you, bro? Why? Needless to say, thinking back on it, that was like the best episode of Kaiju number 8 so far. like without a doubt, this was fire. This was easily one of the best like episodes that Kaiju number 8 has had thus far, especially in season 2. God dang, bro. But man, it made me mad. God dang it. Little bit of Kaiju number 9, a little bit of Style Mambo number 5. God dang it. When inside him, he didn't. There is no pause. He fully inside his howl, right? So the thing is though, I don't think he's fully actually dead. He probably just took over his body, but I think he's still living in some way, shape, or form. Maybe. I'm not sure, though. I'm hoping he's still alive so that they can still actually rescue him in some way. But now he has number 2. Kaiju number 9 has number 2 with him as well now, and so his power is even greater than beyond from before this. So I don't know how Kafka is going to get any stronger than this to be able to fight against this crap. I mean, Genarumi is there, and he's pretty strong, too. Especially with his freaking eye ability, but still, it's like, I don't know how they're gonna do it. I hate when this happens when the villains have so much, like, extra strength. And it's like, when it comes to what we got here, it's like, the show is setting itself up for only Kaiju number 8 to do something. And I don't particularly like that. I hate when shows do this. Because, again, that's why I mentioned My Hero Academia. My Hero Academia did this whole situation where it just set up to where only the main character can do anything to freaking Shigaraki. Alright, Deku's the only sucker, and it's like, I don't particularly like that. It's the same thing even in Naruto. Naruto did the same thing, where it's only the gods can do anything, alright? If you ain't got freaking Shinju DNA or Uchiha DNA, you're not doing anything in the series. You just can't keep up. So, you know what I mean? I hate when shows do this, like, when it comes to that power creeping situation. Now, granted, I could be wrong. Maybe Kikoru can do something more. She's only at 45%, right, when it comes to her ability, so I don't know even if can she go past 100 and not like hurt herself? I don't know. Like I wonder like what is the limit when it comes to humans and if they can do more than what we're seeing right now. All right. I mean, Genarumi is pretty powerful. Don't get me wrong, but like he still doesn't really stand a chance against these freaking kaijus like this. So I just wonder how this whole situation is gonna like fix itself, especially considering that only Kaiju number 8 can really do anything. So that's my only problem I have with this that I'm seeing here. Right. There's a man inside number 9. Exactly. Ghost having his eyes. Stop looking like that, all right? Overall, this is fantastic. Fantastic freaking episode. Look, we'll continue. We'll continue. But I just wanted to talk about this one, because this one in particular, like, Kaiju number 8 really shined for me this week. I'm not gonna lie. This was easily, like, going in, all right? There's only, like, 2 other shows that was contending with this one, actually. I'm not gonna tell you what, because, there was an option. It's not this. Did this one win? We don't know, actually. We don't know yet, because I had to wait. I had to think about this one, all right? I had to think about this one. But let's move on to the next goddamn show. So, okay. I'm glad we got to this point, because we talked about something great. And now we're here. And I'm not saying this is bad. but this is part of the reason why I have the title the way I have it. Because Hotel Inhumans, it wasn't bad. And I was expecting more. Maybe I was expecting more from it. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know, because this is a two-parter. So I was expecting a bit more from the episode, seeing as like the last two-parter we had really hit us in the feelings. Not to say that this doesn't have emotion to it, but I don't know. I wasn't really moved as much as I should have been. I feel like for what we were getting out of the show. Or out of this episode, mind you, because again, the girl was pretty much on death's door. She only has very little to live. She wants that miso soup. They do find how to make the miso soup because the secret ingredient was freaking ketchup, basically, in the miso soup, and that's what she was kind of looking for. And he finally found it and figured it out after fighting Mr. Two Hands or something like that. I can't remember the freaking dude's name. All I know is he was an assassin as well. He's actually a renowned assassin, and he wants to go to this hotel at some point, but not as person attacking the hotel staff, but actually being in the situation of where he can kind of just be there too. He said he's gonna bring his cat, so he said he's gonna bring his cat when that time comes. He's gonna bring his cat with him for some reason. I don't know why, but like it is what it is. But they had a whole battle. The battle was kind of cool. I mean, it was animated okay. It wasn't like I can say it was kind of like a Sakamoto Day season 1 type of animation. Like it wasn't bad, but it wasn't like, oh my god, like epic fight, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't really hidden in that category, I would say. Like, none of this was really hitting. I think that's what it is. Like, the thing about this, like, it wasn't bad stuff that we're seeing here. It just wasn't hitting on the cylinders that it needed to hit. And then we get, like, the backstory and find out that the chick here that's dying actually killed their master, basically, which was, it's usually always the point. We've seen stories like this before where, the students pass the master has to die by the student, so that's kind of the whole thing that happened here. Though I do wish they gave us more context on why that situation happened like that, because they just all of a sudden show it, and she just, like, runs into her and stabs her, but it's like, there was no fight, there was no struggle, it just happened. Like, I feel like there should have been more context, maybe, with some of that situation, but I don't know. I wasn't moved as much as I should have been. And that's why I'm wondering, like, is this show just not... Like, after that one hard-hitting two-parter episode, like, can it never actually reach that height again? Like, is that what's going on with the show at this point for me? Or am I being overly judgmental with this? Because, like, I have open mind with it, but it's like I can't seem to, like, have that same feeling again. And I'm not sure why. I'm not exactly sure why, honestly. Little comment on the tomato. First thing I thought was tomatoes are not apples. I mean, exactly. All right, but look, it's close enough. Great end for the Ringo arc. It had a great conclusion, but the overall chapter was decent, not great. Yeah, exactly. But took a Bikaji number 8. Wait, what do you mean by that? The Neon and the cat's teaser again with the double fang bring this cat. Exactly, right? Yup. See? It's full circle, because, that guy looked like he would have fit in that show, actually. Right? You go to cat cafe, he's like, I love cats. You should let Ringo stab her. No, yeah, okay, so, I mean, but why? It's like, I don't know. If you're actually trying to train somebody to be an assassin, right? And you want them to surpass you, you don't just stand there and die. Like, what? I mean, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, when that happened, I was like, but why? You didn't fight back. You just took it. Like, what? Like, that's not helping her survive out here. Like, what's going on? Hey, then he goes, hey, look. I'm just. Oh, he said Kaiju number 10. Oh, I see. I was like, what is Kaiju number 10? I was like, wait a minute, what? I thought it was Kaiju number 8. My brain automatically defaulted, okay? It automatically defaulted to that because I don't see that like that, all right? Because then the next number, that's true. I mean, there is other Kaijus. Actually, there is number. Wait, did number 10 actually show itself? Yeah, I think it was, number 10 actually got captured, if I'm not mistaken. They did show that in Kaiju number 8, by the way. Watching Lord of the Mysteries. That's one show I'm actually not watching, because I'm watching everything else except that show. Like, Lloyd, welcome in, though. How is it? I heard it wasn't that good, so that's part of the reason why I didn't go into it like that. I heard they kind of dropped the ball a little bit, so, yeah. Forgot there was a number 10. Yeah, there was already a number 10. They actually captured that guy. He was the one that was, like, overly aggressive, and he just wants to fight. And that's when the dude with the squinty eyes, I can't remember his name at the moment, but he was the one that actually fought the guy, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, I believe he was number 10. But Hotel Inhumans, overall, it's not a bad show. I just feel like it's stuck in a weird loop. especially considering that it's all it ever deals with is assassins, obviously. But I think maybe that repetitiveness is actually just a detriment to what the show's trying to maybe convey. I don't know. I just know it's not hitting on the cylinder. It's not hitting on the feelings that you needed to hit. Basically, I feel like there's something missing with it, and I don't know exactly what. Maybe I'll figure it out as I keep watching, but I don't know. But at least with this episode, it was okay. It was a nice conclusion at the end of the day, but like I just wasn't really feeling it like that. So I'm sorry, Hotel Humans. I'm sorry. Sorry. All right. Dang, let's move on. Let's move on to Gachiakuta. Oh, boy. This show is getting better. I'm gonna say this right now. As I continue watching this show is only getting better. I'm liking the show quite a bit. The best way I can summarize this, we got this dude named Jobber. Oh, Jabberwocky. Wonger. Where is freaking you know the dude with the dreads, god dang. I'm just gonna call him that. Freaking job, right? That's he has a job, all right? But this dude over here, he's fighting against Rudo and everything, and we come to find out, well, before he started fighting Rudo, he was actually, he came in there, took out Gris, right? He was one of the cleaners, and he cleaned his clock, unfortunately. He freaking stabbed that man, and then the thing that kind of, oh no, he's not dead, but like he's bleeding out right now, and his like little charm came out, and so, that made Rudo very, very mad. So he grabbed that charm, and we kind of find out what's really going on with his ability. Again, I already knew this was going on with him, because they do a whole flashback that he cares about trash. Like, one man's trash is another man's treasure. He's literally that. So the more care he has in an individual makes also the item can also be something worth using, and then can create a really powerful ability with it. The more he cares about it, the stronger it gets. You know what? Rudo is pretty much Asa Mitaka. Boom. You think about it, same ability. Same ability, actually. The more you care, the stronger it is. So he ended up making this freaking ultimate defense situation where he can't get touched. Because this whole thing with Gris is that, he wants everybody to be safe and be able to go home. And so the charm thing allows him to be able to avoid all attacks. As long as that thing can see it, it can avoid it, basically. But that's kind of like the caveat. So the dude started figuring out what to do, and he started jumping around all over the place. And yeah, he's figuring it out. He's trying to do it. He's getting his butt kicked, mind you. Like, Rudo is punching this man over and over again, but you don't got the fist of God in his hands. You don't got the fist of God. He ain't one punch man. He can't just punch this dude and win. He ain't that kind of strong. So he's beating him up, but he's not beating him. You know what I mean? So the way the situation is kind of going, it's like it might get a turnaround here, and you might figure out a way to actually beat this ability. But it was nice to see Rudo actually kind of gain some more confidence and to actually be able to utilize an ability. I gotta wonder, like, how long can he have that ability up? Like, is there a time limit with this, or is he can keep it up the entire time as he's angry? Because it does seem like it's tied to his emotions, obviously. So I do wonder, like, how long he can actually keep that going until it doesn't work anymore. So I don't know. This is a good episode though. I am happy the show's picking up and the action's really good. And the characterization for the characters they're hitting on all cylinders. Like, I keep saying, it's hitting on all cylinders. I don't know why I'm saying that so much, but it's slamming it. It's succeeding where some shows don't, and I'm liking this. That's a good thing. That's a really good thing. All right. Both are in the spectrum too. Exactly. Go Sam. Jabberwocky is a reference to Alice through the looking glass. Oh, really? Thanks for your arms. Really interesting. Shows approving, but it's not there yet. But it's getting there. It is getting there though. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but the English dub hits for ASMR purposes, if I'm being for real. I mean, the dub's pretty good. I do like it, because I am watching the dub for the show, and the dub is pretty good. I don't know sure about the ASMR aspect. Maybe because, like, I mean, maybe this actually, that could be a compliment. Because the thing is, I can say one thing good about this dub is the fact that all the voices so far sound very natural. Like, no one's really putting on a voice, right? It doesn't sound like anyone is anyways. Everyone's voice sounds very, very natural throughout all of this. So I'm kind of glad that, you have that kind of compliment and you're saying it's like ASMR. It's nice to listen to, is the thing. So, I mean, the dub's doing a good job. Udo's not a fighter either. He is a sussy baka. Hey, maybe. All right, I love how we get flashbacks of Regato as well. Yeah, exactly. We give him flashbacks everywhere, man. like I said, the characterization and the development for the characters, I appreciate that being here. And just seeing like the lessons that Ruto learned through him and all that too is really nice to see. So just, again, this show is picking up. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. Maybe there is something to Gachiakuta as to why people are hyping this up in the first place. Because there was a lot of hype for the show. And I think it's finally starting to come together as to why people are hyping this up. So and the thing is, I don't typically see that happen. A lot of times when people hype shows up, I watch it, I said mid immediately. And it's like, what are we doing here? And I keep watching it, and it's just like, it never goes to the next like level. It always stays in the same area. It's just like a Hotel Inhuman kind of situation, right? Dumpster divers rise up! Hey, look. Protect yourself out here and protect the planet. Protect the planet, all right? I think the hype is for the art. I mean, the art is really good. That's partly the reason why I've been seeing it too. But I think maybe there's still more to it. Maybe there's more to it, Gosab. But Gachakuta's good. And this episode this week was pretty good. I actually enjoyed this quite a lot. So, all right. We do this. Let us move on to the next anime. God dang it, man. The fragrant flowers bloom, baby. Wow. It blooms in my heart. I still love you. This episode right here. All right, we already dealt with the best friend and everything. Man, it was just more friendship, and more love, and Samugi had to pretty much trust his friends that his friends are not gonna treat the friends that he's starting to get on the Kikyo side of things. You know what I'm saying? Like, he having a relationship, and see the boys over here, they about it though. They don't care like that because they out here, they just want to protect your boy Samugi, bro. They just want to protect your boy Samugi. I was like, talking about, that's what good friends do. That's what good friends do. All right. Those stupid goons from like a couple episodes ago, they already came back for some reason. I'm like, sir, go get out of my face, bro. Why you here? Well, that's why the boys were there to protect our boy freaking Samugi, because they were following Samugi the entire time because he was having conversations, with his love interest and her best friend. So that was kind of like happening and all that. And he's like, what's going on here? What's happening? Why are they seeing this? So they follow him all the way into a freaking restaurant. And then this dude, Samugi, he was like, I love how you two have a really strong friendship and relationship, right? I want that for my friends as well. I care about them very much as well. I want to be able to put all my heart and protect them and love them too. And they heard all that. They over there in the freaking back crying. I was like, bro, I feel it though. I was feeling it. God dang it. Episode's so freaking good. Too wholesome. Too great. God dang it. If you ain't watching Fragrant Flowers, what are you doing, bro? God dang it. It's not even just about the relationship. It's about all the characters, bro. It's about all the characters. I don't know how they're going to freaking fix the situation when it comes to the Chidori and Kikyo and all that bullcrap, right? But they're going to find a way, god dang it. Because love always finds a way. Love always finds a way, god. So, waiting for this show. It's not, look, man. Forget Netflix yell. Just watch the show. That's what I did. All right, I wasn't going to wait for Netflix. I'm tired of Netflix doing this, all right? Netflix, you're killing a banger of an anime. More people should be watching this, but it's all because of Netflix being stupid right now. I'm tired of them doing this crap. Fair Power is not number one, is easily in the top 5, easily. Come on, man. I ain't gonna spoil it. Freaking this episode was freaking fantastic. Okay, this was great. All right, this was by far one of the best out of this goddamn week. Easy. Like, man, God. That's the friend because you're my friend. Exactly. All right. You want them to be happy. I'm not gonna. Why do you say it like that? I want them so hard to be happy. Pause, bro. Let me stop. But no, this is such a great episode. Like I said, the friendship level is like off the charts. We need to treat all our friends like this. All right. Look, it's not gay to love your friends, all right? I'm just gonna keep 100, right, guys? This is good stuff, though, all right? I freaking love this relationship that these two have. I love the freaking like the friends that are there, and they're also very supportive and all that. Freaking man, I guess like it's just so nice. It's just so nice. I freaking love it. There's only so many good things I can say about this, all right? There's only so many good things I can say about this. It's freaking fire. But did this win Anime of the Week? All I'm gonna say is stay tuned. The day of reckoning will come, all right? What's wrong with being hard and happy? That one sentence alone is exactly the problem, okay, Zaya? Full bro energy, they ain't gay. Exactly, man. It isn't. All right? Don't be afraid. They ain't hug your friends. If you haven't hugged your friend, go hug your friend right now. All right? That is an order from Break v Britannia. All right? Because I command you, all of you, hug your friends. All right? His heart is hard on him. Oh my God. All right. Let's move to the next goddamn freaking show. See, I was going to say something unhinged, but we're on YouTube. So let me not do that, all right? This is Don Don, baby. Now we're talking about Don Don. So this is where Death could come up in here and be like, all right, so the things here, the fun facts. I'm just kidding. But no, seriously, this is also a pretty good episode. I love this. It's just so funny, like this freaking Beethoven and all the freaking composers are all coming together, freaking fighting against Ira and Okarun. Like, bro, what are we doing? The crap is so goofy, but it was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I love the fight scene, the fight sequence, the freaking animation. What was happening? There was like a section in the animation at one point. I think it was on Ira's part. What was going on? That kick that she did, bro. What is that? Like they are animating their freaking behinds off in this freaking anime. But this adaptation is on another level than any other adaptation I've seen from an anime outside of maybe like Demon Slayer or something. Like this adaptation is freaking fantastic. It's incredible. They're not stopping on this. And it's also cool to see Okarun finally get some rhythm and he remembered because apparently Okarun doesn't listen to music. It's like what does he be doing in his free time? How you not listen to music at all? Like, what are we doing here? But there was one song he remembered, and it's from the group Hayashi. And he's like, all right. He's like, that song moved me. I was banging. And then they showed the animation of him. I was like, yeah, exactly. That was me. All right. I was banging. But he was starting to move around. He finally got his rhythm He finally got his rhythm. All right? He got his groove back. Cusco got his groove back. Okay? That's what this man is all about. That's what he did. And so with all the training that was done here, it's also nice to see that Thabreakmaster was actually just trying. She's straight up trying to train these suckers, and it's funny too because you can bring Beethoven and his group back by simply every time at 2 a.m. you play the piano, they come back to fight you. So the thing is, after they got done with the fight, Thabreakmaster says this, and then immediately steps on like goddamn freaking piano for some reason. But I think that was on purpose, though, right? She wanted to make sure that she was properly that they were properly ready to make this fight happen, all right? And so now it's throwing down. Evil Eye versus Okarun. All right, round what? Round like 2? Round 3? But the fight's about to actually go down here. And Evil Eye's like all happy and stuff. So I'm curious how this fight's going to go. I don't know if this little bit of training is going to be enough to actually overthrow freaking Evil Eye. But we do see in the next episode preview, I guess Gigi has some better control over Evil Eye because he was like having school uniform on. And I see Evil Eye just like sitting there. It was weird. So I'm really curious of like how they're gonna fix the situation here, or what happens. Like what does Okarun do to subdue Evil Eye here to make this calm down of trying to kill everybody? Because like he's like relaxed. Like his backstory, Evil Eye's backstory is sad. And I understand that these humans did this to you, but like not all humans are like this. So maybe if you like just take a step back real quick and look at your surroundings. Maybe we can do something about that. Also, they have to get a new house because their house got destroyed, which I expected as much. Because, like, with these two fighting, there ain't no way the house is gonna survive this. But yeah. This is good though. I like this. I love training like montages and sections to see here. Ira was being a little more useful in this fight here because she already has some rhythm because the whole ballerina thing with Silky and everything. Like, come on now. Like she has some abilities here. So. It was nice to see Ira be more useful in this particular situation because without her, I don't think Okarun could have actually done this whole fight by himself. Like, I don't think that was possible. So, it was nice to see that. Like, an anime better than the manga. Art in the manga is better. I mean, art in the manga is better, but, like, I mean, I feel like we can't really make these comparisons like that. Like, that's a bit of a pet peeve of mine a little bit, right? Because, like, it's one thing to have super hyper detail in a manga, you can't replicate that with the moving images like this, right? You can't animate and have that level of detail in there without having some compromises that have to happen, right? Like, I feel like it's just not going to look the same. Otherwise, they do that. I'm pretty sure the animation team will take even longer to even get the anime out if they're trying to have that level of detail. This part of the reason why Juji Ito's that work and everything just never can be properly adapted because his stuff is too hyper detailed, and it lends itself to making sure you need that there, because if you don't have it, it's not gonna hit the same, right? So that's why stuff can never be adapted properly, because it's too hyper detailed. So like anime is always gonna be on a lower quality of detail, but it doesn't necessarily mean the quality of the work is worse necessarily, right? And I feel like this is one of those situations where I think in this particular situation, it's detailed enough that it's like it's almost identical to what the manga looks like. It's just, again, the manga has great dynamic shots. Like it does a really good job with its art, but the anime has its own flavor, and I think it's lending itself to its own own sauce, and it's doing really well. So like they're both on a different playing field when it comes to their art, animation wise and manga wise, honestly. So yeah, amazing. The backstory, exactly. Makoto's probably keeping checking on UFO or keeping his hands busy like Denji. I mean, yeah, well, that's true. But even then, it's like you don't listen to any music while you're looking at like UFO information. Like, bro, what is this? Ira was gonna go in this episode. She kind of did. Like I said it before, like I'm not hating on her for the sake of just hating on her. I just need her to do more. Is my thing here. He's not missing. It's really not missing a beat at all. Like I wish that this wasn't like just 12 episodes. This needs to be 24 episodes. God dang it. Run actually being mad at Gigi, but being mad at himself for being weak is a great revival and says a lot about his character. Yeah, exactly. And he's never gonna hate Gigi, because like it's not Gigi's fault necessarily. Like it's Gigi's fault in the sense of him wanting to keep him around, right? But it's not. But he also understands that there's obviously something wrong with Evil Eye, or there's some backstory that maybe he doesn't really understand, and he's not gonna put it all on him. He's just tired of Evil Eye, and he's also tired of the fact that he's just not strong enough. Like that's just within his character to see that at the end of the day, he wants to protect. He wants to pay it forward. Like we saw in the last episode, that's part of the reason why he's like this. Like he wants to be able to pay this forward to protect Gigi. He wants to protect everybody. All right, that's what makes him mad, and I like that though. Okra and Ira are a great team, but Momo exists, so she will always be number 2. I mean, that is the truth, and honestly, I like Momo more. All right, this relationship got to stay together. Okay, I don't want Ira to step up in there somehow and slip away, because they almost had a moment. Like she didn't even say like, "Oh, stop complimenting me. You didn't do like you could have done it yourself." No, she sat there and was all actually nervous. I'm like, so get this out of here. Like, what are you doing? No, don't be cute. Look, you ain't in this unless there's a. Let me stop right there. I almost said something. Again, this is YouTube. I'm a coward with no friend. Troll, please. Phase among MC go through. Yeah, exactly. But I like it though. Makes me feel bad for Ira, because she's probably gonna get her heart broken by the end. I mean, either that or there is another guy on the team. All right, he's athletic. He got a lot of power. He right there. I'm just saying. All right, maybe you gotta move on. Look, but I like this. Don Don's freaking great. It keeps doing what it needs to do. It's a great show. I love it. All right. So Thirsty, she won't be sad for long. That's also very true too. But look, she might be like, you know what, y'all getting married, but that doesn't mean that I still don't have a chance. So like no, that actually means you have no chance. But sure. But let's move on to the next anime. Goddamn, we still have more, because we got Clevitus. And this week's episode for Clevitus, it was weird because, interestingly enough, like the full fight was going on with the bug dude, and I can't remember her name all of a sudden. It was there, and then I forgot all of a sudden. The main character, the girl you were seeing right here at the moment, she's having this whole fight. She finally got her sword. Like, the quickest way I can explain this, she finally got freaking the sword that Clevitus actually took away from her, because, obviously that's a very powerful blade. And it's quite interesting seeing from night and day how strong her weapon is compared to, like, any other, like, to any old sword. Like, that weapon is freaking busted. She did one swing of that same attack that we've seen her do multiple times, and it killed all the bugs. Like, bro, what? I understand the sword's supposed to be powerful, but god dang, it's like, what's going on here? So they probably mopped the floor with the grunts over here, and also Clevitus is back. I didn't know Clevitus could do that, because Clevitus came out pretty much out of freaking out of the main character's freaking body. I'm assuming, because the Dark Ichor is there, so that's still a part of him. So he was able to like teleport out, and now he's back into like human form. But so it makes him obviously weaker, and so he needs to be able to get broken out of that whole shell, which is interesting then, because then this only poses an interesting issue that I don't think she's strong enough to really break him out of that yet. So how is Clevitus gonna actually get his power back? Because now Clevitus is actually at a weakened state and is really relying on the two grunts that he has. So I'm curious how this whole situation is actually gonna go if you really think about it. So yeah, energy be too good. She already bosses him around. I mean, exactly. That's all you need though. Look, it's good. Look it up. So it felt like Dagger, but overall really good. I love the explanation on how living beings are 70% water. Yeah, I mean that's only facts though, right? That's only facts. Only part that felt weird was Alice. Thank you. I was like, I can't remember. I know it started with an A. I was like, bro, what is the freaking name? Char didn't finish the main mage. Honestly, Ghost out. I kind of agree with you on that. I don't know why she didn't just like take this guy out. Like, it's not as though that this mage over here isn't gonna kill people, right? Like, he doesn't have any qualms with killing people in the village or any of that stuff, right? Like, why would you keep this man around unless they're gonna like lock him up somehow? Because his gem did break. So I'm under the impression that gem was the thing that allowed him to control all the bugs in the first place. So if that's broken, he poses pretty much not much of a threat. Supposedly, because I don't know exactly, but I don't know. He is somebody I probably would have gotten rid of. But I mean, at the same time, she's also a hero, so maybe she has like a moral code of not necessarily like if she has to avoid killing people, she will. She's not actively trying to kill people. You know what I mean? Like, she didn't really necessarily want to kill the bandits, but that was an order by Clevitus that she couldn't ignore. She has to listen to the order, unfortunately. And also, they're bandits. Like, it's not the same. So I don't know. Oh, it's the hero and Minerd is a bug mage. Minerd, yeah, just checking. Yeah, Minerd. But yeah, I mean, this sucker's on the ground and he done for her. All right, he done for her. So I mean, that whole situation is done now. And the fact that she has a weapon now. Again, that sword is freaking busted as heck. So I look forward to seeing like what else she can do with that thing. Like, no wonder Clevitus put that thing away. Cause god dang, so the community of bandits mage should be. I mean, it should be, but yeah, isn't it a blood prison? Blood is comprised of water. I mean, it is a blood prison. But I mean, it's laced with magic though. I don't think she's strong enough, even with the sword, to just break that though. I don't think that's gonna be. It shouldn't be that simple. I'm assuming this is what the show's trying to do, and it's going to allow Clevitus to be more human than monster, right? And maybe this will give him insight on the vulnerabilities of just being weak, right? Like, I feel like Clevitus never had that problem, per se, so, like, for him to actually be vulnerable might give him a better perspective and maybe have more value in the humans, potentially. Who knows? I feel like this can help him be like a teachable lesson in a way, right? Well, let's see when she got the sword back. Yeah, same. Like, her getting the sword back, her using the freaking ability. Like, bro, what was all that? So Jarrell's being backed by one of the four. Yes! Yeah, I also like that twist too, because I mean, I had a feeling, like, if he has an ability that strong, only one of the four main Shadow Beasts should be able to do this, right? So, this makes a lot of sense. Now, the question here is, though, which one is it? And do they have a problem with Clevitus? Do they have the same idea that Clevitus is having? If you think about it, because they're working with humans, is this not the same idea? So it's quite interesting that what we got here. Also, Andy, welcome in. How you doing? Have you seen Clevitus? Because yeah, she's eye patch girl, Alice. She dead, but she's alive. But she's dead though. I'm not gonna explain any more than that. I also love how the father of the two brothers was extremely level-headed. Yeah, right. Exactly. I appreciate that, because like the freaking brothers are like. Well, one of them, anyways. He was like, "Oh, burn this freaking shit down." I'm like, bro, like, why are we giving in to this freaking despair? Like, hey, calm down for a second, all right? Calm down, buddy. God dang. Oh. Bang boo. Wait, what? The bang boo? What is that one? What is that one? Well, how you doing, Andy? We're just talking about anime right now, and we're going through the list. But let's continue onwards to the next goddamn show, baby. Let's go. That's not the next show, because that's pretty much it. So, okay, that's what I figured. So the one that's missing for some reason. Oh, it's okay. So I guess it's right here, but it doesn't show. So there's a return. And I was talking bad about this show for the longest time, but I had some time. I believe it was on Tuesday after I got off of work, and I was up for a little bit, and it wasn't really that hard to like catch up on. So I ended up watching more Togen Akin. The show that's on Netflix. I started watching that again. Look. All right, don't judge me. I'm gonna be completely honest. All right, I don't wanna lie to you guys. Right, but there was a certain attraction that kept me. It made me come back to the show. All right, I have to admit. I won't even say all that, and it went from a 3 to a 4. It's not even necessarily that. Look, it's a John Cena anime, exactly, because you can't see it. All right, I have the image is there. It's just not showing up for some reason. But I don't know whoever's making this anime. I don't know if this. I think this is just part of the actual manga too. Like whoever this creator is, he must have made some hentai before or something. All right, I'm just gonna keep 100 with you. All right, because like, why are all the women thick? Okay. Like, why are all the women thick? I'm sorry. Look, I have to bring this up because I was like, what's going on? So there's a blonde hair chick, not the one that's part of the devil side, the demon side, right? No, I'm talking about on the other side, the other team, right? Like she has a whole suit. Her freaking chest is just popped out. I was like, what's going on? But I'm not gonna lie, she is stupid thick. I was like, what's going on here? I never seen an anime character actually be thick. And this is when they say thick, because remember how they talk about anime characters being thick and they be showing like freaking, I don't know, like some characters in Genshin Impact. They're all thin as heck. Like no one's actually thick. All right, like these chicks for some reason, the show said, "Nah, I got you, fam." I was like, what's going on? So look, all right, don't judge me. All right, don't you judge me right now. I know you're looking at me sideways, but the show did get a little bit better. Like if you can just sidestep the main character real quick when it comes to his personality, the other characters are honestly not that bad. Like the teacher that was like teaching him, because he's like the Kakashi of the group, right? He's really Kakashi, but he's honestly not a bad character. He's kind of not. And I do like the villains of the show too, because they evoked a certain emotion out of me. Not thirst. Okay, hold on a minute. Let me just throw it out there. Not thirst, but like I was a little angry, a little bit, right? Because like they out here freaking taking out freaking children. Anything, the mothers, it didn't matter. Like these guys have no morals. It's actually insane because they're supposed to be the quote unquote the good guys, but here we are freaking out here just taking out anybody. It's like, bro, what? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing out here taking them out and experimenting on them? Like these are all my Yurikutasukis. Like this is actually insane how evil some of these people are. So I was like, you know what? That was actually not bad. So like, I don't know. The show is picking up in a way. It's very again generic, very shonen-esque. So many generic things in the show. I can't lie to you. All right, it reminds me like Fairy Tail in some ways. How Fairy Tail is like super generic to all the shonen tropes. Right, this has a lot of shonen tropes that are like super generic, but there's still a level of wholesomeness that was like in this show that I do appreciate in some way, shape, or form here. Right, because like the main character, we kind of get his whole deal of him ultimately wanting to have a better world for everyone else that's like him, basically, right? So, and I appreciate that, especially considering after we saw the atrocities of all the people that got killed by the other side, right? So it was kind of nice to see like that perspective and what he ultimately wants to do. Now, can he succeed in doing so? I don't know. He still needs to learn his abilities because he's still not that strong. He can't really utilize it that well comparatively to other people that are actually a part of his team. But yeah, I mean, the characters are not bad, and I do look forward to seeing how they're all going to develop as the show goes on. But we have our Naruto and Sasuke basically in the series, and we have our Kakashi. The girl that made this massive beast is, I guess, our Sakura or something. Because like you can literally kind of look at it in that perspective. That I think that's how the show is going to be set up. It's very shonen-esque. There might be a 3-man team type of situation on all fronts here. So like I said, it's not bad though. It's not terrible. It's not going to change anything. It's not surprising up-and-coming anime that you just gotta watch. But if you like some of the animation and also the character designs, because character designs are pretty good, you could actually enjoy the show. But Togen Akin, and again, I stress to you, it is very, 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 very generic. Okay, all right. So now you know. All right. Yomogi is nice. Okay, that's her name. See, you know. The Von buses are bigger than a small TV. So y'all started looking at it, huh? Oh my, the thickness is real. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying. I'm sorry. Like I couldn't help myself. All right, that was one of the reasons why I kind of started watching anime, because I was like, what's going on the characters here? Like, why do y'all like? I never seen an anime actually go that route. Like, again, they don't make thick characters. Like, people be saying characters are thick all the time. They lie. Like, this is actually one situation where I'm not gonna lie. They there, all right. Okay. Sometimes you just need some good shonen trash. I think so, right? And I think maybe maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm watching it because I need some shonen trash, all right? Look, one man's trash is another man's treasure. Yeah. Oh, Eggy boy, me likey? Oh my god. So okay, I think Andy's gonna start watching this. And Andy's looking at it. Andy's looking at it right now. Chainsaw Sasuke, man. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Chainsaw Sasuke. That's what it is. And they actually like mirror each other, right? Like the main character and him. I'm just saying, it's very Naruto and Sasuke. You know, where she keeps all her bacteria particles, bro. That is very true. All right. More diverse body types compared to other shows, though. So that's what I'm saying. I think that is. I know. Again, it sounds very sus of me, but the way you explained it, Andy, that's kind of what it is. Like, it looks so different from other shows that I've seen. The character design in general is just different from other shows that I've seen. That's kind of why I kind of went back to it just to see what's going on. All right, I don't want to just drop it completely. And it's like I was watching it. I didn't think it was bad, but it was just very, But I think it's picking up just enough where it's like, okay, it's not. It's like Sakamoto Days to me. There it is. Sakamoto Days season 1. I watched all of it, but I'm not gonna sit here and say I remember everything that happened in season 1. It was okay. Like, I watched it. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much what this show is doing. And we're from G cup to H cup, exactly. Hey man, sometimes you need the H cup. Hey, look, where's the Z cup at? I'm sorry. I'm terrible. All right. We're still actually not done yet, because there's still one other show I kind of want to just touch on real quick, because I did bring it up to you guys yesterday. But I did watch all of this season, this first season, and that is Call by the Night. I watched all of Call by the Night. I don't have an image for it, but I wanted to talk about it real quick. Like I said before, I've seen a lot of hype for the show, and people say you should watch it and all that. I wanted to catch up to it so I can actually talk about it on Seasonal Talk. The reason why I don't have an image for it, because I didn't watch the latest episodes, because season 2 is currently out. So what I plan to do by next week, Call by the Night will be up on here. It'll be a new anime to talk about, and we'll also, I think, because it'll be like week 8 out of this will be the perfect opportunity to actually start picking up and talking about favorite openings and favorite endings. So I think for next week's episode, we're gonna have that there as a new contender, and also talk about top 5, maybe, or even top 10 favorite openings of this season. I can actually make a top 10 list, because I watch more than 10 animes, so I can actually make a list like that, which is kind of insane. But we'll have that actually be as our next little banger surprise when it comes to Seasonal Talk here. But concerning that show, like I talked to you guys before over here, but I wanted to bring it on the YouTube side. It's not a bad show, but I do feel like it's 2 different shows at the same time, because how the plot starts initially, it switches up, but then all the stuff we've seen prior to it doesn't make sense to the other half that we have for the show, and I don't particularly like that, because they never made a big deal about revealing that she's a vampire. Because if you look back like the first 5-6 episodes, this sucker over here will constantly talk about how, oh, she's a vampire to other people, and no one does anything. Like, she doesn't do anything. No one does anything. So it's just like, okay, but then the other half is like, oh, people should know about vampires and yada yada yada, and it's like, but there's I can name 3 suckers right now that know that she's a vampire, and she reveals her ability too. It's not like they say, oh, she's a vampire, but they only speculate. No, she's literally flying in the air. You know what I mean? Like, it's obvious she's a vampire. Something going on. She ain't human, so it's like. That's why I don't understand. It's such a weird inconsistency that just happens all of a sudden. But I do like the second half more, because we actually have a stronger plot, is the thing here, with the whole detective trying to kill the vampires and all that. So I appreciate that, but I wish it was more consistent in knowing what it wanted to be at first. Because it feels like I'm watching Naruto, right? Because Naruto didn't know what it wanted to be. It just kept going, and Kishimoto was like, I'm writing it up as I go. And this is kind of what this show feels like. It's like it didn't know what it wanted to be until towards the end, and that's kind of an issue. So that's one of my major issues with it. Outside of that, the other problem I have with it is the age. Because, why is the main character 14 years old? I don't understand why this sucker's 14 years old and why this vampire chick's like pushing 40, messing with the sucker. And it's like, what's happening? This is such a weird show. And it's like, it's just, there's a lot of like elements of grooming in here. And it's like, why? What's going on? You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why this is like a, and it's like normal too. Like, what's going on here? Like, I don't get this. And what's even crazier? So there's that element that's really throwing me off. And there's still one other thing that throws me off with this. The 14-year-old, again, is outside every night, out and about. No adult has called the cops yet the entire time. Only when the plot actually starts delivering on where it needs to actually go, that's when the cops are called, and this sucker can't just roam around at night. All right, and like my thing is, this guy hasn't went to the school in I don't think like a month or so. Are you telling me the school's not gonna call up the freaking parents and be like, hey, your son has not been to school for a month? Like, how is he avoiding this? Like, does the mom not care? Like, I know the mom's working, but like he has to sneak out every night. He's sneaking out. It'd be one thing if he was walking out like willy-nilly and in the shows, it showcased the mom didn't care, right? But the fact that he's sneaking out means the mom does care. This is not a Togepi situation. So it's like, I don't understand. You know what I mean? Like, again, it goes with the freaking consistency of the plot, and it doesn't make any sense on some of the stuff that's going on here. And this is one of those shows, maybe I'm thinking too much into it, but at the same time, I can't overlook it because it makes no sense. So, I don't know. All right. I don't know. It is a choice, though, Andy. I don't know why call the night freaking, call the cops. That's what you need to do, guys. It's like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? That's the only thing I'm not going to lie that those are like the 3 or 4 major things with that show that it's just like, it's really deterring me from it. But I finished the first season, and I just hope that season 2 can be better and more concise with what it wants to be, and it have a more structurally sound plot here. But even then, like, the age thing is always going to be a problem. Like, I don't know why they decided to make this boy 14 when they could easily push the sucker to like 16, 17. It still ain't right, but at least this sucker's not in middle school. Like, like this dude over here is like, oh, I'm bored with life. Sucker, you were on this planet for 14 years. How you bored with life? Sucker, like, stop. Like I said, like, call it a night is an interesting anime, okay? It's an interesting anime. It is. Japan is one of the safer countries to roam at night. I mean, I understand that, but if he's constantly doing it, you would think at some point somebody would have already called the cops, right? Like, come on now. Ain't no way the sucker's just gonna be out here walking around all day, every night, and not go to school. Like, it's what I'm trying to say. It's like, how is this possible? Someone called Chris Hansen, exactly. 14-year-old being emo dudes 14 is already tired. How? It's like, I mean, it's not like his life is that bad either. That's the thing. I mean, his father's not there. I understand that, all right? This father went to go get milk and next you know it, he didn't even go get milk. He stepped out at night like his son's doing and just never came back. All right, he's doing a family tradition. It's like Gone Freaks. Gone Freaks like, oh, I saw my dad leave me at the age of 1, and he's like, I want to be just like my dad. Like, look how we saw. He's like, I'm getting too hyped. Like, calm down. Calm on a night. If I had to rate this for season 1, though, overall, season 1, I give it like a 6 out of 10. It's not bad. It's, again, 5 out of 10 is average. So it's a little above average because there are some really good moments within the show. Animation is freaking peak. It's so freaking good. Like I said, like, not all of the story's bad. I did like the second half a lot more because it started to ground itself and make more sense as opposed to the first half of the show. But regardless, like, this still hinders itself because of what they got going on. All right, it's all 6 out of 10. Yeah, exactly. It's all six. I wouldn't even probably put it at 7. I couldn't do that to myself. It's like 5 or 6 for me, honestly. not my go on. Hey, but am I wrong though, Andy? But am I wrong? Yeah. Season 2 has more action too. I'm kind of curious how the action is going to be. I mean, the animation's fantastic, so I'm pretty sure the action should look pretty good. So overall, if I'm giving it a rating, it's a 6 out of 10 for me. Call by Night, it's alright. I can't really recommend it simply because, again, that age limit is like really weird, and you have to be really into anime, and even then, it's like you have to kind of be in a certain mode of like, I have to ignore that. You know what I mean? So I don't know. So overall, that's Call by Night. Let's talk about the last thing here, because I gotta get out of here, actually. I didn't realize it's freaking almost 8:30. That is, what is anime of the week? What anime is the one that has won anime of the week? What are your guys' pick? I'm kind of curious. Out of all the shows that came out this week so far, the ones if you watched, what are you putting as number 1 on your list? I want to know. I want to know. Because, I mean, again, Donadon was a very strong showing. Betrothed, My Sister's Ex, also pretty strong. I'm not going to lie. I mean, Rebirth Verse is something that you can't really slack up on, right? You can't sit here and be like, yeah. I mean, obviously, the freaking solo camping is never going to, it's never going to win. All right, I'm sorry. Like that show's probably never going to actually win. Hotel Inhumans, the way it's going at this point, I don't think it's ever going to get another dub. It only had that one dub, and I think that's going to be like the only dub it's ever going to get. So, or maybe got two, I think. But it's just, it's sad, but I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is, right? I can't be mad about that. You know, the quality of the show drops, the quality of the show drops. But I'm curious of what y'all choosing when it comes to Anime of the Week. Because I do have a definitive winner. I do have one that I had to think about for a second, but I think ultimately it had the right impact for me, and I think it's worthy of winning here. My Anime of the Week is Togenaken. See, that's why you made that freaking poop emoji, because you know you're talking a lot of crap right now, all right? Looking up for second best at the middle of the road. I mean, if there's a middle of the road award, I think that could be the one that wins, because it's literally mid the entire way. Fragrant Flowers for me. Romance was peak. I mean, again, Fragrant Flowers is freaking fantastic and easily could win, honestly. Like, it's not, I feel like it's not even a contest. But it was between that and one other show. And I decided Anime of the Week is going to ultimately go to, if I can get my cursor to actually come to the goddamn screen, there it is, ultimately is going to be Kaiju number 8. I think with how this payoff of everything that went on and the loss of a character, I felt like Kaiju number 8 really stepped it up in this season to really showcase why the show is as good as it is and why people do watch it. Like, this show is good. And this episode, I think, was probably, honestly, I think this might be his only W, if I'm being honest with you. I don't know if it's going to ever catch that same lightning in a bottle of this type of episode again, but I could be wrong. But for at least this season, I'd like to think that this might be their best episode they can give us, and I have to reward it for doing so. Because I think Fragrant Flowers is gonna end up getting the dub here very, very soon. I do expect it to be the case here. We will have an overall winner once all this is done, because I am keeping a tally of all the winners throughout the week, and so once we get to week 12, we're gonna figure out which one actually won the entire bracket of the best anime of this season, right? That's how we'll know which one's the best anime of the season. So that's how I got it. That's how I have it. Wins the Samugi Cup. Oh my god, it's Let's Go Carry Over. Yeah, like I don't know, Ghost Tab, because it kind of did, but I don't know if it's done or not. I need to look it up, because I was looking for the episode, because like the way it ended, yeah, it looks as though that he got older and they're gonna do the whole karaoke again. But it's like, I mean, I'm expecting him to go into like the whole Yakuza business at that point, right? So I don't know what's going on with it. I mean, there is Togepi. Togepi is in there, but I mean, unfortunately, it's one of the laws of like diminishing returns. Like, it only had 6 episodes, so it didn't have a chance to really win a bunch of times in the race here, simply because there were some better episodes at times over that show. So I don't know. We'll have to see. There's one more karaoke. Oh, it's an original ending coming next month. Wait, next month? What? That is so freaking random. Okay, I don't like that. Also, wait a minute. I just noticed your freaking image, Zaya. What is that freaking profile picture? All right, get the heck out of here. All right, that ends it for me. I need to get out of here because I know Anna should be getting herself set up to stream. I'm in the way. I need to start cooking dinner, actually. So I need to get the heck out of here, all right? All right. Thank y'all for being here. If y'all can, real quick, can y'all like the stream? It helps with the algorithm, pushes out to more people so people can come in here and talk anime with us. I would like that really a lot. All right, if y'all could do that for me, I appreciate it. And if people are in here that are watching this that haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the goddamn channel. Come on now. All right? you goddamn. Hey, appreciate that, Ghost Sal. I appreciate y'all, all right? Again, I be wondering at times if y'all really thoroughly enjoy these, but I'm trying my best, all right? Even though I'm like all over the place because I'm freaking working a bunch right now, but it is what it is. So I appreciate y'all even tapping in as much as y'all do, all right? So with your profile picture, I don't even have to, you know what? I'm not gonna answer your question, all right? I'm leaving. Sucker, how dare you? Drink your water, take your vitamins. I will see you more than likely Monday. Until then, people,